Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jim LaBuda here once again, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take a look at the golf swing of Patrick Cantlay, but what I want you to notice is this symbol, this graph we have up here. This is going to be what we call the BodiTrak Pressure Mapping System, and this is going to show Patrick's pressure between his feet as he moves throughout his golf swing. We talked a lot about weight shift and weight transfer, so there's really three things that I want you to point out here that Patrick Cantlay really does a great job of showing us. But the first thing we need to do is kind of talk about the difference between pressure and weight. Now, pressure is just a force that's produced when something presses or pushes against something else. Weight is just going to be your body's relative mass. So in order to increase the pressure, we've got to move the weight. So what happens here is as he starts to take away in his golf swing, the first thing we're going to notice is as this starts to shift back here, these numbers right here, that's the 56 is the amount of pressure that's on under his right foot. The 44 is under his left foot. So as he starts taking the golf club back, you can see how he starts shifting the pressure and there's more into that right side. So you can see by the time he gets here where the club's parallel to the ground, 73% of the pressure between both of his feet is being exerted under that right foot. Now, the other thing here is as he starts getting closer to the top of the backswing, this over here is an indication of toe between toe and heel. 56 is showing on the toe, 44 is on the heel. So as he starts getting closer to the top of his backswing, you can see how that pressure really starts shifting more towards his heel. But the main thing I want you to notice here is going back to between the right and the left foot. You can see right about here, he's got 85% of the pressure underneath the right foot when that left arm is parallel to the ground. Now, as he starts getting closer to the top of the backswing, look how that number starts moving over to the right foot. So what does that mean? That means the pressure is starting to shift over to the lead side. So that tells us that he's starting the downswing with the lower body, and he's getting that pressure moving before the golf club gets to the top of his swing. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the top ways to produce lag in your golf swing. You've got to get the lower body moving. And again, when I talk about lower body moving here, he's not really exerting a ton of pressure onto the left side, but it's starting to move over to that side before the club gets to the top of the backswing. Now, as he starts into the downswing, here's the other thing for us to start looking at. Where's the maximum pressure on the lead side? 87, 88% here. Now it starts going down. Well, why does it start going down? Most people think the maximum pressure should be exerted when the golf club gets to impact. But that's truly not the case, because at this point, this is when you start moving a little bit more of your mass. You start transferring that over to the lead side. So realistically, maximum pressure is going to be exerted really when the golf club or your left arm is parallel to the ground. Somewhere right in this area, as you can see what's happening by Patrick. Then as he starts moving down into the downswing here, what happens is some of that pressure starts actually moving back for the right foot. Well, what's happening there is because now he's pushing off more with the right foot. There's more pressure, again, being exerted in that foot. His hips are starting to open more in the downswing. His mass or his weight may not be moving in that side, but he's exerting pressure off of that right side, which is helping him generate more club head speed. So really the three things, again, I want you to pay attention to here. We've talked a lot about the weight transfer. Number one is how early in the golf swing the weight starts moving to the right side. So many times amateur players struggle with getting the weight over to their trail side. The second thing is, again, as he gets to the top of the swing, how the pressure starts moving to the lead side. But then the third thing, again, is how soon the maximum pressure exerts on the left side in the downswing. Too many times amateur players at this point are really moving their weight over to that lead side too late in the golf swing, and that doesn't help us at all. The weight transfer helps us get a little bit more club speed and power in our game by using the larger muscles of our body. So if you're struggling with the weight transfer in your golf swing, let's move that pressure. Let's get that mass moving over there a little bit earlier in the downswing so you can start generating more speed and power in your golf swing today.